Welcome back, everyone, to the Holy Vassal Income Batman. We are making a whole 38 ducats. Oh my goodness. With me, Dorfeet, where in the last episode, we got into a bloodbath of a war with Bhuvari, and we were able to eventually kill his leader and get out. And we also set ourselves up to finally end the corruption of the Lotus Court, which we'll be able to do in most likely 1474, and if not, probably 1475. So, in the meantime then, what we need to focus on doing is, one, getting a new admin advisor, because that's not very good, and two, I noticed something interesting. We have the option to join the coalition. And we could call in Bhuvari of all people. Ooh, that's interesting. Use the Mythical Conqueror to kill the command. If only he still had the Mythical Conqueror. So we're just going to get right into it. And I've been debating whether it's worth it to get a Scholar. And I think the Silk Turban look really interesting. Trade efficiency and an extra merchant admittedly wouldn't get us a lot of money. One other thing I have been doing is enabling divert trade for anybody that was under 10% Liberty Desire, and we're mostly doing that so we can keep the cohesion high. And I'm doing that because I don't want wars within the Raj. I'm sick of doing that. Sick of these people growing. You cannot grow. To that end, what I have done is I have updated our request settings, and I have set it such that one, I will categorically deny the ability for them to expand while Raj cohesion is high. Absolutely not. And furthermore, I have set this to manual, which makes it so that if any vassal wants to not get annexed, they have to have my approval. Where before it was purely all the time. So, what we're going to do is we are going to try and... Oh, some prestige would actually be nice. We're going to try and cut down on this corruption yet again. It seems to be a recurring thing, this. Go figure. And we're going to do that until we can deal with the thing. The words, Pete. Words. We're gonna root out corruption until we can get rid of the disaster. Okay. And hopefully it shouldn't come too soon. Oh, sweet, and we get a free stability, yes! You'll love to see it. And I have decided who we're going to start integrating. You. And that is for a couple reasons. The first being that Jadari is conquering this guy, so we're going to need to deal with that somehow. By the way, I have no clue how this is even possible, but he's still alive. Jadar. It's been 30 years since the game started. This dude is... And he's a general. Lucky him. So we're going to take over this guy, because it's all of our culture, which is good. And two, it allows us to attack Sarksabid and Bhuvari when we want to. So that seems good. Although, most likely, Dhenijanraj will be next. And I could declare the coalition... Yeah, we don't have a ton of I wonder why I can't do anti-monstrous again. Oh, probably because I don't directly border him. I think once we get the integration of this guy, then we will be good to tackle the command. However, what I would like to do before that is get some kind of a tech advantage. Because as is, we are backwards. We are definitely behind the times. Yeah, just make sure there's this good. And surprisingly, funnily enough, Bim Lao, he wants our lands. Not gonna happen, friend. And we can't allow that to keep growing. Turns out they're stronger than I thought. Yeah. This is why I love mercs. Doesn't matter how many people we lose. Oh, that's not good. We need to make sure infrastructure does not drop down. And right, I said I was going to get a new one, and production efficiency is effectively useless right now, so for that reason a yearly inflation guy sounds good. And I've still got plenty of money to promote him, so I'll get him up to level 3. And 15 ducats. Oh! Ooh, wait, does this get you to level 6? No way, surely not. The ministries include some of the brightest and wisest men in our realm. On top of that, they have also included those well-versed in law and philosophy. So, it is only natural that we let these wise men tutor our heir, in order to prepare the heir as best we can to be Queen Regent. Wait, what? No, I'm pretty sure that's the symbol for male. Oh, I get what happened. This automatically filled in from this. This is supposed to be Raja. Yes, we are preparing our male heir to be Queen Regent. The tutoring has been going very well. Yes, he's going to be Queen Regent. Our heir already seems better acquainted with the functioning of the ministries and has an increased understanding of the laws and thought swarm. Nice. So 512, I'll take it. He is still below average, but at least, you know, he's a little bit above. Yeah. What are you gonna do, Rand? Can't be too mad. Okay, so next, everything's still good on this, right? Yep. As soon as we refocus, which I suppose we can speed up for, we should be good to go. Killing all these annoying little rebels also helps quite a bit. And okay, so I've been debating whether it's worth it to take away territorial management. Income from vassals is huge. Plus, we also have dev costs right now. That being said, these do have a ton of land, and that's not so great. I do really like that income from vassals, though, right now. But at the same time, we don't really need money. So it's kind of a conundrum. Fine, I will do that since I don't want to fight in my own capital. And one thing that I haven't really covered is that corruption is actually really easy to root out because we're so small dev-wise. And ooh, we get the next government reform, to which I think max promoted cultures is the best one because of just how many culture groups there are out here. And finally, one thing I've also been forgetting to talk about quite a bit is what actually our administration does. So, Harimari, tiger people. Not so smart with books, but great with writing. Tech cost up, idea cost down. They have some yearly corruption, that's not really a big deal. They do have vassal force limit contribution, which is expected. They also have max promoted culture, and they're not so good at accepting new ideas. However, they have one of the best modifiers in the game, +5 admin efficiency. It's amazing. Meanwhile, they're cats, therefore they are afraid of the ocean. Duh. They're really good. They're particularly good as infantry. They move fast, and they gain a lot of army tradition from battles, and they love to claw people in the face, and they don't like guns. However, kind of the one limiting thing that I really don't like to see is national supply limit modifier. That is painful. It is not a great thing to see. So we pissed off the ministries too much. Keep investigating ministries. Oh, and we could get the next idea, which is Diplo Rep, which will speed up our annexation. And yes. Or we could wait until the disaster's gone to save a couple more points. I agree with one of those. Yeah, sure. Okay, so that puts the ministry good. Now if we want, we can further... Alright, I think we have to bite the bullet. As much as I don't like it. Mostly because I don't want to keep dealing with this liberty desire from increased subject development. We can make them happy some other way. Okay, can I do the thing yet? No, 10 of this here. Alright, 10 of those. And I will actually take the admin power there. Much better than dealing with anything else. And I'm gonna take the mercantilism here, because I like mercantilism. And one of the reasons I'm getting mercantilism is because just until we start integrating every single vassal, it's far better for us to get more trade out of each province, because we're going to have fewer provinces. And we're going to want to monopolize this node soon enough. Okay, and yes. Switch that to that, so that should give us 9 base. I think. Oh. That's a painful one. The offices that deal with our subject nations have become so isolated from those that they govern that they have become arrogant, convinced that there is no point in listening to anyone not in the capital. The anger in the colonies and vassals has boiled over. I thought we reformed that stupid ministry. Ugh. Make the ministries happy and give them influence? Yeah, okay. If we wanted to, we could seize land, however... Oh, so close! If we upgrade, or this... we don't have the money. Nuts. Alright, I've got one other trick up my sleeve. Who? What? Why? Why does he hate me? Probably because the Raj cohesion is so high? That's a good question. One other thing I've been forgetting to do is clicking this button, which does decrease our Raj cohesion. It increases our income from vassals, and gives us some diplo points. Okay. And as of right now, we have this. Oh, come on. We just fixed the infrastructure. Alright, tell me that's good. Nice. The Ministry of Agriculture manages Rahen's fertile fields and flocks of livestock. In recent years, however, its staff have neglected to do their jobs. We must restore Rahen's damaged infrastructural networks and appease the farmers and laborers upon whose produce the ministry depends. With this, their assent, we will be able to conduct a conclusive administrative overhaul and reform the Ministry of Agriculture. Let's do it! Once, the Ministry of Agriculture managed Rahen's most vital industry, the cultivation of plants and livestock for consumption and sale. Its ministers were agronomists par excellence, and its libraries were among the best in the world for those seeking new and exciting methods to maintain the fertility of their fields. The ministry had a monopoly on the sale and distribution of foodstuffs, and administrated an immense number of granaries and warehouses. Over the past century, however, that function fell into disrepair. The irrigation systems that kept the Raj fertile atrophied, with some being torn apart in times of war by invading armies, while the lower castes were oppressed by the very bureaucrats who had once sworn to protect them and uphold their interests. No longer, through deliberate and concerted action, Queen Regent Tira has reformed the Ministry of Agriculture from its formerly decrepit state. The rents, incomes, fees, and tariffs that had once been farmed out by disinterested and venal ministers have been returned to the control of the Lotus Court, and our farmers labor placidly on the fields, safe in the knowledge that there is once more a benevolent eye overseeing their work. With this intricate system restored to its proper functioning, you may now move on to other, greater matters. And we get a super cheap advisor, and that might be it. Might as well put that guy. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. The corruption of the Lotus Court. Yes! After a monumental amount of effort, the court has finally been reformed. The nobles are listening, the ministries are governing, the foreign office is conferencing, and the military is preparing. This bodes well for the future. Prosperous times are ahead. And for 25 years we get Diplo Rep +1, yearly corruption down, and the ministries are loyal. In addition to that, we get... Oh, I like that. We get a level 3 reform, which is interesting in that it gives us a promoted culture and the benefit of the centralized bureaucracy, which is monthly autonomous change, and it gives my favorite governing capacity. Ooh. There's a lot of things like that. So now I can seize land, and we are ever so close. New request not to be annexed. I can give that to you. And now, since things are really cheap, we can buy this. And I'm curious. This will become much cheaper, and oh my goodness, it's going to be done in 1477. Probably even cheaper if we were able to get more Diplo Rep, but not a big concern of mine. But I'm so glad that's over with. Oh my goodness, that was one heck of a disaster. Oh, that's a lot of money. I like. Oh, and I suppose we can actually get this. The story of the court of Dhenijanraj has long been one of corruption and decay. The flower of the Raj has wilted in the face of civil war, provincial mismanagement, and opulent decadence. Today we are little more than a husk of our former glory. We need drastic and far-reaching reforms to the governing apparatus of the Raj, if we are to avoid total collapse. We walk a narrow path now, a yawning chasm of destruction on both sides. But with the favor of the high gods and the wisdom of the philosophers of old, the flower of the lotus court may bloom once more. Wonderful. And so we're free. We're free to do whatever we want. And I wanted to get the one that gives... One of these gives... Yeah, this one. Boop, give me prestige. Yay! Admin power. Awesome. And it's so nice to have actually cheap stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is get rid of the novice adventurers. Don't need them anymore. And I think it's time to start restructuring the military. And I think it makes sense to recruit Du Bois. And we might just get them started drilling. Because, actually, no. It's not a good idea to drill, because if we're working off of low manpower, we're going to be doing a merc-only army. That being said, don't have any manpower to lose, nerds. If we... each mercenary you recruit decreases your professionalism. Therefore, we should not drill, because we're just going to lose it anyways. That being said, it is good to have it, because it makes these guys fall in line more easily. Yeah. So, next thing on the agenda that I want to do, I want to get the Renaissance. Where would it be best to do it? Definitely not that province. My thinking is this one would be the best. So, let's get on that. Oh, and it's even prosper. Oh, And is it worth getting... No, it's only -5 depth. Not yet. This will increase our crown land, though. So we're going to start with mill points. Mill points are the cheapest and the ones we have the most of. Not the most of, that is why we are dubbing the mill first. Because we want to spend the least on mill. Okay, so that's all the mill we have to spend. And now we will work on... Oh! Whoa! Captain Konhonji Malvia of the gangs of Sarsan, pleased with our prompt payments and courteous relationship, has approached us with an offer of service. He wishes to become a general in the service of our army, giving us a 6 shock general. Hell yes! It's amazing. I was just gonna say how it... Every time. This is like the third campaign I've done this in a row where I've gotten stuck at 99.96. Funny game. Okay, so we are going to go on a policy of making everybody happy. And in the meantime, I need the points so we can finish up this. Oh, you know what I probably should have gotten? The dev cost. But win some, lose some. Herp derp. And I will keep extending the monopoly because really... No, I won't give you soldiers. You can give me soldiers, though. I will extend... Ooh. Hello. I'll extend the monopolies because we don't have a ton of provinces that were... production is like none of our income right now. So we don't even need to worry about it. And we have annexed our subjects, and that makes the Raj cohesion not very happy. But it does give us some land. Sweet, sweet land. Oh, and a free army to boot. Oh, and a little bit of a navy, huh? Alright, interesting. We'll go ahead and put these boys in the capital. You guys, I don't know what to do with the navy yet. But it is so nice to have some land. Oh, it feels so good. Probably would have been better to hurry up and develop before we integrated the land, but who cares? We can embrace though, yes! Probably because it hasn't updated yet. We'll do that real quick. There's the Renaissance. That makes me so much happier. And okay. What's going on? Everybody doesn't like me, probably because the couple things probably worn off by now. That's good. Yep, click that. That can't be clicked for a couple more years, I don't think. Yeah, not until 1480. That's... okay. Yeah. But everybody is happy, at least. So I don't care if they expand into each other. And who do I want to promote to a Senapti? I want it to be somebody on my border. I think you're a good person to be a Senapti. Because you're not in the area where I'm going to be annexing anytime soon. Yeah. You can be a Senapti. Okay. So with that all done, we can go ahead and get all of our troops ready. We have 30... Ooh, we're not even at the force limit. And you can guess who we're going to go to war with soon. That's right, Bhuvari, you are going to get wrecked, son. And in the meantime here, Bimlau would come in a war. And I don't like those odds. Still don't like them. Especially not since he has... Ooh, he doesn't have Tech 6. It's a good thing to point out. I think I'd like to have the next idea or tradition, and that would make me more comfortable attacking you. That being said, though, ooh, we could move our trade capital into this node if we wanted to, and as you can see, it's quite profitable. One thing for sure, though, is we're integrating Dhenijanraj next, I believe. But I could attack you. Things to think about. Oh, mercantilism, yes. Yes, please. Okay, but... thankfully, everything's good right now. Things are calm in the Raj. And that I am most surprised by. Things are very, very calm. And this cohesion is going to shoot right back up soon enough. Allowing us to integrate another subject. And yeah. I'm liking the look of this. This is looking great. Even though we've only done one whole mission and it's already, it's already 14, almost 1480. And you hate to see it. Balrasian's getting killed by somebody. But I think that is an excellent stopping point for right now. As always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more Cat Peeps.